So you've gambled your life away. Hey. Seven. Not bad. Oof. There's our first taste of Hyper Fang. Baguska, what's your deal? You flinch every time there's a chance to. The crit was not necessary, but that is funny. First time for everything. Ah, that's a problem. Sonic Boom and Dragon Rage are very good moves early in the game. Since you tend not to have that high of HP. Now, this was before Charge also increased your special defense by 1 level. I believe they started doing that in Gen 4. I think their argument against why they should have it do something, is because Skull Bash takes 2 turns and then raises your physical defense by 1 level. So it's like when you're using a move like Charge, you're essentially setting up and using a much stronger move anyway. Overkill much? So you think. Well, unfortunately, that's all the farther we can go in this route. But we found the team member we were looking for. And they're pulling their weight pretty quickly. No Feed and Baguska are much stronger than I thought they would be. Okay, so now we have to go aboard the Anne. Now, in the original, this cabin served no purpose. There's nobody here. So you can come here and heal up. Makes it far less tedious than it used to be. You'd have to leave and come back all the time. And again, this is going to be more of a Baguska and no feet showcase. I think I'll be able to make it to Rock Tunnel before we call it quits for the evening. Also, how does this work on a cruise liner? Are we actually secretly the reason why the ship sinks later on? 9? Ten! Oh, that feels so good. You insolent pup! That's quite. I had no idea that Nidoran was so slow. That is interesting. Oh yes, in the original you could actually dig out of here. It was funny. Because it's like, again, I'm like, how does that work? Alright, nothing in there. These are trainers. AYPI. Oh yeah, I guess this is one of the places where you can run inside. Also, that has to be miserable. You're a mother with your 2 kids and you only have 1 bed? What kind of a vacation is that? Of course, has anyone actually been on a cruise liner? Those cabins are pretty darn small. Unless you, like, get first class or something like that, your cabin is going to be very tiny. Essentially, you get a studio apartment. Take it like a champ. The dialogue actually changes, too. She apparently has a little sister as well. Should be an item here. Yep. Eh, maybe not. We might be able to make it to Lieutenant Surge and then call it a night. I don't know. I might be able to push to midnight, like I usually do. Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to mention this from the beginning of the video. So Professor Oak, back then, before the Pokédex became the high-tech encyclopedia that it is now, initially, he had to hand-draw everything. And his drawings and interpretations are the sprites from Gen 1. It's why the sprites made no sense, or looked really weird. Now, coughing was an error, but the rest of the Pokemon were based on what he saw out of them. They go about as well as a hot knife through butter. Actually ran a pretty good Cloyster set because Icicle Spear with Skill Link is very lethal. You're guaranteed to hit 5 times in multi-hit moves like this. And then, because of that, you're also breaking sturdy and focus sashes. I know Baguska doesn't look all that good, all things considered, but when it evolves, yeah, that's going to make a difference. There. Down you go. Okay, since Baguska can't hit the broadside of a barn. Suddenly contracted good old Stormtrooper aim. Rule of thumb, anytime there's the Sailor Trainer class, there has to be a Sailor Huey, and anytime there's a youngster, there needs to be a youngster Joey. That's how it works. Right. Tentacool and Tentacruel have some of the highest base special defenses in the game. Hey, now I can do it to people. Well, are we going to be annoying? Good thing I one-shot you. Thanks, I guess. That was kind of an offhanded compliment. I'm from your darkest fears. I'm joking. Technically speaking, I am from the mountains. Thank you. Thank you for noticing. Sorry about that. Trying to see if I can find something on here, but it doesn't look like I can. Oh, perfect. Since so many of the Pokemon on board the ship were water type, that's why I'm having Baguska gain some experience. Again, some of these rooms having more than one person in them, and then there being only one bed. I mean, you can make the argument with two people, but like any more than that, it's kind of like, don't know about that. Don't know how that works. I'm surprised that your rival never gets a fame checker page. There's a couple trainers out here too. Okay, tentacles aren't surviving up to 3 hits this time. So Baguska's definitely getting stronger. Okay, but you have to bust out the accordion. And just pausing for dramatic effect because of the Titanic. Dale, I don't know anything about no fish. Why does everything know supersonic? It's annoying. Seriously. Alright, since you started to annoy me. Now, see, it's useful when the Pokemon Master Rain learns that, because then it can at least nerf its fire weakness. Masquerain, still to this day, one of the more disappointing evolutions in the series. You had such potential. Your pre-evolution was a Water Strider, and a unique water bug typing well at the time. And then it just evolves into another moth that's a bug flying type. Next. It's not even worth it either. It's a rare Pokemon in Gen 3, but finding it's not that simple. Yeah, we're probably going to have enough time to beat Surge, and then we're going to call it quits. I'm seeing the clock now. Not that one. So it took me half an hour to get all the kinks out. That's not bad. The NPCs in here that don't battle don't really say anything too interesting. If you ask me, because a lot of rare Pokemon tend to stink, i.e. Dunsparce, Quillfish, and Wobbuffet. This is before any evolutions are taken into account, though, in later games. Those are just rare Pokemon that aren't remotely worth it. It depends on what you mean by rare Pokemon. Just 5. There we go. This horse is on fire. And that's all the time that we have for this part. Until next time, Ryuno Kage 33 signing off.